Douglas MacArthur retired from the Army in 1937, but the World War brought him back in 1941. Winston Churchill said MacArthur was the greatest strategist and tactician of the entire Second World War. He captured millions of prisoners. He saved 3 million U.S. lives, and he did it with 250,000 men. In 1950, MacArthur was 70 years old. The North Koreans had pushed the UN armies right down the peninsula, one more major drive, and they shoved those millions of men into the Pacific. MacArthur is once again called back to lead the UN forces. He met with the Joint Chiefs of Staff and he said, "You got two choices, gentlemen. Number one, you fight it out on frontal assault and lose millions of men in these mountains. Or number two, give me some of my men, some of my guns, give me some of my ships and let me move around the peninsula and invade the enemy from the rear." After 2 days of meetings, the Pentagon came back to MacArthur and said, "Go. Land anywhere on any beach in any harbor of Korea except one, Incheon." Incheon was the harbor closest to Seoul, the great city of Korea. It was absolutely impregnable. There were no beaches, only seawalls. Our men would have to climb with rope ladders and they could be machine gunned down as they peered over the top of those walls. Tides would rise up to with 30 feet of variance. There were mud flats 30 feet deep. If one ship were to sink in that harbor, because of the narrow entrance, it would block the harbor and the other ships would be sitting ducks for the big guns of Womido. The harbor was covered with water mines, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff concluded Incheon could not be taken. MacArthur meets in top security making plans. No one knew where he would attack. And on July 25th, General MacArthur announced to the Pentagon where he would strike. Incheon. For 9 hours, Pentagon officers met with MacArthur in his office in Tokyo, trying to argue him out of attacking in Incheon. They told him that it violated all 7 criteria for successful amphibious landing. They said, "General, you can't break the rules of warfare. It won't work." MacArthur now, picture this, standing out on the bridge of the ship Mount McKinley. 261 warships roaring behind him, heading to Incheon. MacArthur would stand on the deck with his young officers and he'd stand under the stars and tell them stories. He told them that in 1759, General Montcalm decided that the city of Quebec could not be taken from the south. He said no army could climb those steep river banks, so he turned his guns to the north. But General James Wolfe and a little band of soldiers worked their way up the St. Lawrence River, climbed those river banks, stormed the walls, and virtually ended the French and Indian War. General MacArthur said, "I, like General Wolfe, this very night will take them by surprise." The Pentagon made one last desperate effort to change his mind. They sent a message, and it said this: "Make contingency plans for recall. If one ship is sunk, all are in danger." MacArthur always loved good theater, and this was good theater. MacArthur sends a response back to the Pentagon, and here's what he said: "Contingency plans, unnecessary. We shall not lose one ship. I am not making plans for failure because I am not planning to fail." Contingency plans, unnecessary. Diamond mentality is very simple. Contingency plans are unnecessary. You cannot let anybody steal your dream. You are in a battle and they want to steal it. They want to keep you where you're at. You've got to be willing to fight. And that's what makes this thing special. You need to remember, if you want to be understood by the 2% in this nation, you will be misunderstood by the 98%. Some of you, that already eliminates you because you're worried about what they think. But you see, I'm part of the fellowship of the 2%. The die's been cast. I've stepped out of the comfort zone. The decision's been made. I am a diamond. I won't look back, let up, slow down, or back away. My past is forgotten. My present is focused. My future is secure. I'm finished and done with low living, sidewalk, and cheap excuses and dwarf goals. I no longer need preeminence, position, promotion, promises, or popularity. I don't have to be first. I don't have to be right. I don't have to be recognized. I don't have to be praised, regarded, or rewarded. I've died to the self-centered, ego-driven, limp lifestyle. I live by faith, learn by submitting, labor by love, lead by example, lift by prayer. My dream is developed, my decision definite, my decision and desire determined, my discipline dedicated, my devotion distinct. My face is set, my pace is fast, my road is narrow, my way is tough. My companions are strong, my counselor is reliable, my purpose is pure, and my mission is clear. I cannot be bought, compromised, detoured, lured away, turned back, deluded, delayed, or denied. I will not flinch in the face of sacrifice, hesitate in the presence of the adversary, negotiate at the table of the enemy, ponder in the pool of popularity, or meander in the maze of mediocrity. I won't give up, shut up, let up, until I've stayed up, stored up, prayed up, paid up, and stood up for the cause of freedom. I must fight when others faint, go when others won't, give till I drop, teach till all know, and work till the task is finished. And when I lie exhausted on the playing field of dreamers, this Diamond Club won't have any problem recognizing me as one of their own. God bless you.